Yeah, somebody done jumped on. Who is that being all nice to me? Yep. That's my tribe. That's my tribe. How y'all doing? Hello, hello, hello. Look what I got. I got the doctor. The neurologist is in the house. Free of charge. You said, Miss Courtney, if you don't stop all that trying to sing, you know your sister's going to get you. We have the amazing Dr. Courtney.
Hello, everyone.
WillisCourtneyMD.com. He's in the house. I talked him in to coming on for free. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all. I got my amazing husband, Dr. Courtney, on. I hope y'all can hear us because this, I don't normally do it this way, so I'm going to speak really loud and ask Dr. Courtney to speak really loud and get some of them young people to get us a mic. So we'll have a mic so that y'all can hear us really good. But in the meantime, hey, I talked him into coming on, so I am excited. You know, this real life real estate with Pam Brown Courtney. Ain't no telling what you might get. So I got a lot of people that are asking me, Miss Courtney, can I come on your show and talk about credit repair? Can I come on and talk about lashes? Can I come on and talk about my brows? Can I come on and talk about a unit? Can I come on and talk about insurance? Can I come on and talk about real estate? I got so many people reaching out to me and saying, Miss Courtney, can I come on and collaborate with you? And I was like, okay. Okay. If it's something that's going to benefit the people, let's talk about it. So I decided, before I decided to bring anybody else on my show, of course, y'all know how I am. Real life real estate, y'all know how I do it over here. Y'all know I said what? Charity begins at home and spread abroad. Yeah, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. I don't have any money to send to any other countries right now. I don't. And I'm not knocking anybody that's got money and sending money to other countries. That's your money. You work for it. It's your business. Do whatever you want to do. PamBrownCourtney.com. I said, I don't have no money. I don't have any money to be sending to other countries. Why? Because there's such a need for people in my country here, in the United States. I got people in my community at CovenantCoveCommunity.com. I got people in my own personal community, tenants that rent for me in the community, outside of my community, and other properties that are having hard times. So I don't have any money to help other countries right now. I'm trying to help the people that are closest to me, people that rent for me, family members, friends. So charity begins at home and spreads abroad for me. In other words, I got to help the people around me. I got to help my circle. I got to help the people right outside my circle. And then whatever I have left, I'll try to help another country. But right now, that's how I feel. So since I say charity begins at home, and all these amazing people are like, Miss Courtney, can I come on your show and talk about credit repair? Can I come on your show and talk about mortgages? Can I come on your show? I said, well, I got a show. I said, I thought I'd just be on here talking on Instagram. Miss Courtney, you got a Pam Brown Courtney show. Yes, ma'am. It is the Pam Brown Courtney show. And you have people that tune in and really like the information you share. They like the course that you offer. Some of you all are on my private Zooms where I teach you all about some of the things that I had to go through to get Covenant Cove. So they're like, yeah, you might not call it a show, but you got your show. So, okay, well, since I got a show, they call it. If I'm going to start having people to come on my show, if you want to DM me, tell me what you bring to the table, tell me what it has going to benefit my community and the people that follow me, of course, I'll entertain seeing if it's a win-win for the both of us. But if I'm going to start it, I'm going to, of course, start it with who? The amazing, my amazing Dr. Courtney. I know my sister's going to be like, if you don't stop singing on that darn Instagram, you are not the singer. Don't tell me what I can't do. Welcome. This is my husband, Willis Courtney, MD. For y'all who don't know, he's Dr. Courtney, also known as the neurologist here in Little Rock, Arkansas, but better known as my supportive, amazing husband of 26 years, my sidekick, my friend, my confidant, my good partner, the person I cry to, the person I laugh with, the person I get mad at, the person I stop speaking to, and the person I want to go on vacation with. That's my amazing husband. So this is Dr. Courtney. I asked him, I said, honey, if I'm going to start having people come on, I definitely want you to come on first. And be able to give the people, my tribe, who follow me, who give me their most valuable asset, and I don't take it lightly. They give me their most valuable asset, which is their time. I want you to come on, and we're not going to keep you long today, so I'm going to set my little timer because I don't want to keep you long. So I want to talk a little bit about the coronavirus, what all is going on with the coronavirus, if it's real, if it's fake, what's going on, and why do we have such a shortage of neurologists in every state? How do I know? Because my phone rings all the time, my DM rings all the time. People are reaching out to me, Miss Courtney, can I get your husband to do this and do that? So we won't be able to cover everything today, but there are a couple of pointers that I am going to want to get started with. And I did ask Dr. Courtney if he would be ever so kind. He is on Instagram, and his Instagram page is at Willis Courtney MD, at Willis Courtney MD, and he is on Facebook for Willis Courtney MD. So you probably want to go and follow both of those. And the reason being is because he's not going to be on my page all the time talking about neurology. That is not what I do. Okay, I know they walk around with that little black bag and that hammer hitting on you, getting your reflex and stuff. When I got a hammer, I got a sledgehammer. Whoa! We busting up concrete, knocking down walls. His hammer ain't my hammer. Hammer time. No. He got his hammer, I got my hammer. But, so we're going to help him develop his own hammer over there on his page for medical students. So if you're a medical student, you need guidance on trying to get through the neurology part of what you got going on. If you know people in med school, you know people in undergrad trying to get through that, tell them to follow Dr. Courtney, DM him. We don't have any kids, call him. He your guy. Y'all do all of that. If you know nurse practitioners is needing help, tag nurse practitioners, tell them, hey, this is a neurologist. He's available because they need a lot of help. Nurse practitioners and family practice doctors, they're just swamped right now because the shortage of neurologists is so great. So they're trying to do the very best that they can. So we're going to try to help grow Dr. Courtney's following and his audience so he not over here trying to be all in my Kool-Aid talking about all my people all the time. Because my people come over here to hear me, okay? And some of the other people I'm bringing on. But I'm going to start with my amazing husband. So, Dr. Courtney, thank you for joining in.
Well, thanks for having me. That's a lot to live up to.
That's a lot to live up to. You can handle it. You can handle it,
yeah,
Trust me.
Right.
You just humble and all of that, but believe me, you got the goods or you would not be sitting here next to all of this loving. You got the goods, baby, so don't worry about that humbleness, baby. You got it. You can live up to it. Y'all, he can live up to it, can't he? All right. Now, don't y'all get me started. Don't go there, we won't be there. All right, Dr. Courtney, I got a couple things I want to ask, a few questions. I'm not going to keep my people on. So I got a couple things I want to ask about. One is, you are a neurologist and epileptologist. So give us a short version of what is a neurologist and what is an epileptologist, and why is a neurologist not an epileptologist? Because epileptologists, I think, treat seizures and epilepsy and things of that nature, but neurologists treat seizures and epilepsy and stuff of that nature. I know because people keep reaching out to me saying, I got a neurologist, but he ain't got my seizures under control, and I'm told your husband is a specialist, he's an epileptologist. Well, neurologists are that, and then you got epileptologists. So first of all, let's break it down. What is a neurologist? What is an epileptologist? Please.
Okay, a neurologist is a doctor who specializes in diseases of the nervous system. So things like the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves in your hands and feet, nerves in your eyes, nerves in your neck and your back. Okay, so if somebody has brain tumors, seizures, strokes, neck pain, back pain, neuropathy, where they talk about, folks with diabetes get damage to their nerves. So all a neuropathy means is it's a nerve, so neuro, right? Opathy means it's a problem or a pathology. So neuropathy means a problem with the nerves. And the nerves can be in the hands, it can be in the feet, it can be in the back, it can be in the eyes, it can be in the face, right? Okay. The difference between a neurologist and an epileptologist specializes in seizures, all different kinds of seizures, whether they're from seizures from birth, seizures when you as a preschooler, seizures as when you get to be an adult or adolescence, and when you're old. So seizures that can affect anybody. So if you think of a epileptologist, think about like, you got a heart doctor, we call a cardiologist.
Right.
And then you got the next level, what they call angioplasty, right? So they are another level up. Or cardiovascular surgeon. That's another level up.
Okay.
Then from that, right?
Okay, well, how you get to be that other level up?
Well,
I mean, do you just say I'm a neurologist, but I want to say I'm an epileptologist too? Or do you have to go for several years and get some more training?
Do some more training.
Oh,
so
there we go, there we go.
So a couple of extra years of training.
Okay.
Focusing on seizures, just seizures, right?
Okay.
So seizures in sense of medications. So epileptologist, so let's say you got your family doctor and they got you had a seizure, you're on Dilantin. Dilantin controlling your seizures.
Good.
They're good.
A blessing.
But
okay.
what happens when the Dilantin ain't working? Okay. What happens when they add, say, Tegretol with the Dilantin, it still ain't working.
Okay.
Right? Still having seizures. So that's where epileptologists come in, because we specialize in being comfortable and understanding all the mechanisms of medications, what seizure medicines go together with what type of seizure. So you got to understand, a lot of times seizures may not be under control because patients got a type of seizure that medicine ain't good for. It don't work.
Oh, so that medicine may work over here for Jimmy Joe,
Correct.
but it don't work over here for Carol.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So you say, well, what kind of seizure would that be? Well, everybody's heard the little staring seizures that preschoolers have. They're 4 or 5 years old, or they're in the first grade, and the teacher say, boy, little Jimmy always daydreaming.
Okay.
And his school performance is down.
Poor.
Just
poor.
Right, just poor.
Don't pay attention, won't do nothing. Just bad.
So it just ain't working.
He bad.
He bad.
They say he bad.
But he ain't really bad. He said he ain't paying attention because he having what we call silent seizures. So he's sitting there staring, he blinking. So if you put that patient on Dilantin, that's going to make his seizures worse. Right? He got to be on a different kind of medicine for that type of seizure.
Oh, yeah, This is a teachable moment.
So that's what epileptologists do. And then they take it farther by one, let's say you're on seizure medicine, still having seizures. Now, surgery may be an option.
Okay.
So the epileptologist works with the neurosurgeon who deals with the surgery, but the epilepsy doctor, like me, helps them map out what part of the brain is having seizures, how much can you take out, that kind of thing. So that's what an epileptologist does.
Okay, well that's what I got to ask you now, because you went from a family practice doctor to a epileptologist. But from the calls and stuff that I get from a lot of different people, the DMs I get, and then just from seeing you in the practice, I see a lot of people have a family practice doctor that's trying to control their seizures, especially in small towns, rural areas, and places where the neurology wait to get into a neurologist 6 months, a year and a half. So I got a question. The family practice doctor, nurse practitioners, they're seeing patients. I've seen them family practice doctors and nurse practitioners, they send the next level of patients to the neurologist, to me. Correct. That's what I've been seeing. So am I correct in that? Yes. They send them to the neurologist, and then the neurologist is working diligently trying to get them under control. Correct. And trying to get them on Tegretol, got them on Dilantin, got them on phenobarbital, got all kinds of stuff. But then sometimes the neurologist says, hey, this is more complicated than even I can handle. Correct. So I need to bring in the big guns. I need to bring in even a more specialized doctor than a neurologist. So now I'm going to call in the epileptologist. Correct. So there is family doctors, family practice, nurse practitioners, all in that category working to do the best they can. Right. Then it gets to be more challenging than what they can handle. They send you to the neurologist. Correct. The neurologist is a specialist who takes care of the brain and a lot of other neurological conditions. Correct. But when the seizures get so bad or they can't be controlled by the neurologist say, I'm going to send you to somebody who specializes in epilepsy and seizures. We're gonna map this out and forget about all the rest of the stuff. We're gonna go straight from a neurologist who can take care of seizures and a whole lot of other things.
Correct.
But we're gonna send you in to the big guns, who's an epileptologist who's had additional training in nothing but epilepsy and seizures and medicines and dosage and how to get these seizures under control. So maybe they can look at what I'm doing and tell me what medicines I might need to add, or that might just send you to them, get a second opinion. But I need an epileptologist to come in and help the neurologist.
That's correct.
Did that? Okay, because
Yeah,
you went
you
from
got it.
family practice doctor
Okay.
to epilepsy.
All right.
But there is a middle ground.
Correct.
Okay, talk
Right.
about that.
Yeah. So it's sort of like, think about it as you have a family doctor and they can take care of some heart problems, right? I mean, you got chest pain, your blood pressure, patient blood pressure high, and they can handle that.
Okay.
Right? They can get an EKG and look
Good
at the
doctors. Yeah.
good doctor. They can take care of that. But what happens when that ain't working? So
Okay.
they move to the cardiologist.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
So in a similar way, a neurologist that's not comfortable with those certain conditions will move to a specialist.
Okay.
Like an epilepsy specialist.
Okay.
Same way we would do with let's say you had a child that was a neonate, right? A little bitty newborn baby.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So neurologists can handle that, but we say, we're going to the neonatologist.
Right. Oh, come on
See?
now. Come on.
So,
Come on.
right.
Come on. Because
Right.
y'all know it's real life real
So,
estate over here.
yeah.
We want the best of the best.
Right,
We
there
don't
you
want
go.
just the best houses, the best cars, the
Right.
best shoes,
Right.
the best purses. We don't want all that. Tell
Right.
me y'all can hear me out there.
Right.
We want the best health care.
Right.
We want the best health care. And if there's specialists available, tell me specialists are available to treat what I'm looking for and allow me to make the educated decision if I want to go
There
see
you
them.
go. Absolutely.
Oh,
Right.
Dr. Courtney, this is a
Yeah.
teachable moment.
Yeah.
Anybody out there getting this? Are y'all getting this? Because this is a teachable moment. Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, in a similar way, you have family physicians who do pap smears and
Yes, I
and-
know a girl
and,
who her
right,
family doctor
right,
does
and
her
great,
pap smear.
yeah, great.
But
great.
I don't go to my
Right?
family doctor for
And
no
they-
pap smear.
and they
My
do-
GY.
Right, and they deliver babies.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't had no babies. I don't know about that.
But that's what OB does, right? OBGYN.
Okay, but
right?
family doctors deliver
Yeah.
babies too.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay.
Right.
And
Right.
I know they do pap smears because I
Right.
got a girlfriend who
Absolutely.
she go, but
So it's the same thing. So when
but
it
I go to
when it gets
OB.
to say, but then you decide, you say, okay, I got a great family doctor. They're doing a great job, especially if you're in a small town,
rural
They
area.
do it all of it, right?
Okay.
And so, but then you say, but let's say the family doctor says, that's, I don't know what that is. That's kind of different. I need to send that to a specialist who specializes in women conditions.
Okay.
That's where OBGYN comes
Oh,
in.
okay, so
right?
he or she gonna say we're gonna bring an OB
Right,
in here
right.
who see this all the time.
Right.
This is all that
That's
person
all
does.
they do.
They ain't doing colds
They-
and flu.
they don't
They ain't
do-
doing no nail
No,
problems.
no.
They ain't doing no
They
headache.
don't do that.
They say we
They say,
only
that's
dealing
all
with
we
the
do.
wonderfulness
They-
that God
they-
gave all of the
There
women,
you
right?
go. Yeah.
Oh,
they
hallelujah. All
they
the
the Spartans.
wonders.
They like Spartans in the healthcare, right? For women.
Spartans.
They said
That's the 300.
Yeah, that's the 300. They said we don't farm, we don't do no blacksmithing. We professional killers. That's what we do. This is what
As
we do.
you can see, my
Right?
husband likes
So I
the
love that
300.
show. That's a great. It's such a teachable movie.
Okay.
Because it compares with life. Like I specialize in stuff with the nervous system. You start telling me I'm 5 months pregnant. What should I do? I'm saying, hey,
Get you out of here.
that ain't what I do.
You're going to the
That's
OB.
not- there you go. You going to the OB.
What you
That's
say?
not what I do.
Is that what you did with that lady? Said, "Now, I think I'm having some chest pain." She said, "Hold on, let me call a cardiologist."
Let's say we
Baby,
don't
get the cardiologist on the
Right.
phone. I got
Right.
him on the phone, and you was like, "Dr. So-and-so, and I need to send her over today."
There you go.
I need to send her over today.
And this
That
is
was the
the- there
cardiologist.
you go.
And this is
And
what?
this is the reason why.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then they happily say, hey, send them on over.
Okay.
I got you. I got that.
You got that.
Right. Just like they call me and they say, I got this patient. They having seizures over and over. And I'll be like, I got you. Send them
Send
on
them right on
I'll
over here.
take care of that.
Oh,
You see?
y'all got that.
So that is what specialists do.
Okay.
So it's not to say that, because when I grew up in the country, right? So down there in the Delta, in Watson, Dumas, McGee area, maybe y'all probably
Arkansas, y'all might know what they talking
Yeah,
about.
but I grew up and it was just a family doctor who did everything. You had a broken leg,
He can fix your
he
leg.
gonna fix that. You need a pap smear, right?
You need to
You
know,
know
right?
you got your deliver baby, he got you. You got some nose bleeding and ear, nose, and throat type symptoms, he got you. Right? Cause that's all we knew.
Okay.
But we ain't know nothing about no orthopedic doctor for broken bones. That's a bone doctor. A
come on
bone.
now,
There's a
come
bone doctor?
Uh-huh.
There's a bone doctor out there?
Okay.
Right. So what am I saying?
And a foot doctor,
And a
because
foot
I know
doctor.
when my foot was hurt, I was like, "Honey, you a neurologist? Why don't you look at my foot?" You said you don't call the
Called the foot doctor.
what you call the podiatrist?
Yeah,
Was
podiatrist.
that it?
Mhm.
He said call the podiatrist. Get
Right.
on over there and see her.
There you go. So there's specialties within the specialties. So
Okay.
in neurology, think of an epilepsy doctor as a specialized specialist
A specialized specialist
that
for
deal with
seizures
seizures
and epilepsy.
and epilepsy.
Y'all got that?
And so if we start talking about, let's just break it down. So we go seizures, epilepsy. What is it, right? Are they the same?
Yeah, I ain't
Are
know.
they-
I was about to say, but
Are they different?
What is it?
What is the difference? So
Okay.
think of a seizure. You know, one of my old school teachers. He's since passed on. I still have mad respect for him. He said.
I respect that.
He said.
Respecting the elders.
All epilepsy, all epilepsy seizures, but not all seizures are epilepsy, right?
Okay.
And I was like, what are you saying? What you talking about? So seizures. Think of a seizure as an abnormal. You got all these neurons. We call nerve cells, right? And they have to talk to each other, right? They talk to each other. And so, but let's say this is a bad guy, right? And it's firing out of control. You know, they don't want to mind, don't follow the rules of the body, don't want to do that.
Okay.
And so that guy, the bad guy, starts firing, and it sets off this one.
Okay.
And then it set off another one, and the patient have the seizure. So we call a convulsion, right?
So those are nerves we're talking about that are bad. Let's make sure we got that.
like
Go
a
back
short,
to that.
like
So
a
it's
short
like a short
in the extension cord.
Got
right?
you.
And
So we talking about nerves in your brain, and you got this guy over here, and he
can be fine, right?
Yeah, he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
So that would be what we call epilepsy, right?
Okay.
But now seizure, which is convulsion. But let's say you got something. You know how they say don't mix water and electricity. You know, if you see power line down, don't be going near the water and
Right.
you stay away from
Right.
that. So think of a seizure sometimes can be caused by things that are not normal. For example,
Okay.
somebody that's diabetic and they took their diabetic medicine and, you know, they figure they'll eat later. You know, I'm going to be out, you know, I see this a lot. Because they go to the doctor's office, they think they're going to, you know, they got a doctor office appointment at 9. Well, they might not get seen to 10, right? And now their sugar dropped. And they can have a seizure because
Okay.
the sugar low. Because the insulin they got doesn't drop their sugar, right?
Okay,
And
okay.
they can have a seizure from that.
Okay.
But you can have a seizure from low potassium, you know?
Okay.
You know, that's why potassium is important. Not too much potassium is bad. Just like not enough potassium is bad.
Okay.
There's always this balance with things.
Okay.
So low potassium, low blood sugar, low magnesium, a low blood pressure can cause somebody to look like they're having a seizure.
Oh God,
Right?
that could.
So-
When you mentioned blood pressure, that makes me a little nervous because in our community, especially the black community, tell me y'all getting this. In the black community, high blood pressure is just runs
Yeah.
rampant.
So extremely high blood pressure can do it because it puts stress on the brain. Low blood pressure can do it because you're not getting blood to the brain, no oxygen, so you're gonna have a seizure from that.
So it's
those
important.
those are all important, but those are not epilepsy because if you keep those things under control, they're not having no seizures.
Got
So
it.
those would be people when you start looking at Arkansas law or wherever state you're in that restricts patients, you know, when they have seizures. That wouldn't fall under that.
Okay.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
you got to know exactly what falls under what for your state.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you
Right.
get that with your state. Figure out what the rules and regulations are about what your state says in all of this.
So
okay.
that's the difference.
Okay,
Right?
that's funny. I got a quick question because I don't want to keep my people on too long.
Okay.
Time is money, money is time, and my people over here, they entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs wannabe. And when I say wannabe, I used to be a wannabe until I started doing it. So that's a compliment when I say wannabe. They want to be entrepreneurs. They want to be in control. And when I say entrepreneurs, they want to be in control of some form of their money. That don't mean they go quit their full-time job That don't mean they should quit their full-time job. That just means that they got to have some type of money that they're in control of, whether it's full-time, part-time, whatever time. They got to have something that they are in control of. So their time is really important.
I get that.
You
Okay,
got that?
yeah.
So, all right. So I want to jump in and ask another question right quick because epilepsy and everything is so big. So I know these are just some pointed questions. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. It's just what and we just asking your medical opinion. Okay. First of all, is coronavirus real? Because so many people say it is, so many people say it's not, and you on the front line, you in the hospital, you treating patients, you seeing stuff. So is it real or is it Memorex? What is it?
No, so he says it live or Memorex.
Is it live or Memorex?
No, well, it's very real.
Okay.
As you just mentioned, I've seen it firsthand because I was on the front line. You have patients who are dying from this very thing. Probably somebody dying right now as we talking.
Okay.
So it's very important for first of all people to know, yes, it is real.
Okay.
I've seen it firsthand.
Okay.
Are there people who recovered from it? Yes. Are there people who didn't recover from it? Yes. Are there people who have residual symptoms or leftover problems as a result of it? Yes.
Okay, that's where you stop right there.
Okay.
Stop right there, because
Okay.
I heard different people talking about that. When you say residual problems, in other words, they had the corona, they got over the corona, but they still having some problems. Educate us on that.
Okay.
What's going on with that?
So patients that I've seen post-coronavirus illness, meaning after they had the infection, who are still complaining of being tired all the time, trouble concentrating, they can't think straight, they dizzy, they feel weak, they short of breath, like trouble walking from the bathroom to their bedroom.
We're hearing a lot of that.
So I was mentioning, as I had mentioned earlier, there was a professional football player. I was watching a game that I had recorded.
Don't be calling the name of no games on my live. This
but-
my live.
but
Unless the NFL go be paying me to advertise. I'm over there flipping the block at the National Historic Block in Little Rock, Arkansas for the integration of 1957. I'm over there. I done borrowed $1.3 million to redo that block. And I got to borrow about another $3 to $4 million. So to create something good for all students to be welcome to learn entrepreneurship, technology, business, literacy, financial literacy. So you can talk about football, you can talk about that player, but do not call the name of those teams.
Okay. I got you.
Because they're not paying me.
I got you. So, but just
they're not paying me.
All right. So real quick.
It's somebody out there gonna send a message to them and say, hey, y'all need to get in touch with this lady and help her flip the block. Because we're gonna partner with them. We're gonna speak it into existence. We're gonna send it out to the universe. Since my husband loves football so much, and they're gonna come down here and see the magnificent work we are doing at Little Rock Central High and help us. All right, now tell us about that player you was watching. He watched too much football.
So anyway, he's got over the coronavirus. We say got over, but he's still dealing with some breathing trouble. So they giving him breathing treatments, and they slowly working him back into the game because he gets short of breath, so he had to take breaks. So what am I saying? There's still people suffering from the residual or leftover effects of it.
So they had a corona, they get over the corona, and then when I say get over it, they now test positive. They tested positive, now they tested negative.
Okay.
Right, correct?
Right.
So that means kind of like getting over.
Or they got antibodies.
Or they got antibodies,
Yeah.
okay. So something in that arena.
Right.
But the bottom line is they had it and they supposed to be over it or they got the antibodies, but they still tired, they're still exhausted, they're still short of breath, they don't feel like themselves, and they trying to figure out what is going on.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of that from people reaching out through me on DMs and trying to get to you. What do we know why that is or what's going on? Or
But
that is real though, right?
It's from the effects of what happened. For example, if somebody got, let's say you had pneumonia, right?
Okay, well, most of us know what pneumonia is.
Pneumonia is infection in the lungs.
Okay.
But the bacteria been treated.
Okay.
Right? And they got rid of the bacteria. But the damage that was done when the bacteria was there, they still recovering from.
Gotcha.
You see?
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's not to say they might not completely recover, but they ain't recovered from the effects of what it did.
Got you.
You see?
Got you.
Yeah. So.
Okay. You know, I don't even know how to bring this up. This is going to be another time for another what's the name. But almost it's like domestic violence. It really is. It's like domestic. To me, it's like domestic violence. You go through domestic violence, and people see the outside of your scars, and they see the outside of your scars and your nose, your face, and all of this craziness. But then your face and everything heals, so you look amazing. But you still have the scars of that domestic violence that you went through.
Correct.
You,
Underneath.
it's
Your
still
mental,
yeah, the
your
mental
emotional,
stress,
and your
emotional.
spiritual effect.
Yeah.
So what's underneath
Okay.
is not always discussed.
Right.
Or not always, not discussed by the person who suffered the domestic violence,
Or the person
and
who
not
caused it.
or caused it, or the community that know it, or most people are aware that it exists.
Okay, so that's what you kind of said about this virus. They may be testing that they're negative now, or they may have had the antibiotics, but there still could be some residual stuff
Correct.
going on.
That they still recovering
Y'all
from.
getting this? I sure hope y'all getting this, because we got the good doctor over here giving free information. Oh, I don't think it's real free. I think he's going to make me pay for this, y'all. But that's all right. That's another story, being married 26 years. But it's free to y'all. It is free to y'all. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you coming on. I appreciate that. I want to address one other thing, because we get a lot of people that reach out that want to drive to come and see you for, and I had to bring it back on for this one because it's going to take too long, but they want to come and see you for medical marijuana. They want you to teach them about medical marijuana. Some of them want to get a card for medical marijuana. Some of them already live in states where it's legal for them to just go buy recreational or medicinal. But they nervous and they scared because they on seizure medicine, or they're on painkillers, and they're on all of this kind of stuff. So they want you to educate them on one, how do you mix what you're already taking? If you're already taking painkillers, do you mix that with marijuana? If you're already taking epilepsy drugs and stuff, how do you mix that with marijuana? And does it matter if you go to any particular place to buy your medical marijuana or your recreational marijuana? Does it matter if you go and buy it here or buy it there? Should you be looking for places that's got some type of reputation that it has a little bit more control? Or because it's a natural plant, it ain't gonna hurt you? There are a lot of questions that you all are DMing me, asking me, Dr. Courtney, about. I just wanted to bring it up today because I can't cover that today. So I'm going to talk to Dr. Courtney. I'm going to whisper in his ear.
Blow in my ear.
I'm going to blow in his ear. Woo! I'm going to rub on him and see if I can bring him back and see if I can talk him into coming back another time. Look at him. They like that. They like that. So you say, I'm going to blow on him and see if I can blow some loving on him so he'll come back and discuss all of that kind of stuff with you all, because he is a specialist in that. He has spent, a couple of years doing nothing but educating himself on medical marijuana, on recreational marijuana, on how it ties in with seizures, how it ties in with epilepsy, because a lot of places first, when it became legal, made it legal for people who had seizures and things of that nature. So he was on the forefront of finding out, okay, this is for seizures. They're letting it legal for seizures, for kids, for adults. I got to get in front of this. And he got in front of that. So he has a wealth of information on that. So I am going to figure out how to get him to come on live and do some of this stuff for us. He is used to, he don't mind traveling. He likes to kind of talk in person, meet people in person, touch them, and do all of that, and in those type of settings, so you can touch him and feel him and ask him. And he says it's a mutual exchange. You trust him. You can energy speak to energy. So I'm having a little bit of a challenge that I'm winning to get him to go on live to do that, because he said, I got to start practicing medicine in this box. I said, well, you're going to have to help people in this box called telemedicine. He said, I don't know if I want to do all that. So y'all going to have to bear with me. I'm trying to help him get into the 21st century of doing this. He's just one of those good old-fashioned doctors to believe in one-on-one care. He want to make sure that the patients are fully understanding, and he doesn't have anything against telemedicine, don't have anything against the doctors who practice it, and I'm asking him to do it, but he's it's not his first line of defense. His first line of defense is one-on-one and knowing everything about you, and you calling him when you feel anything in the middle of the night or whatever. So we're gonna get to educating those patients about the medicinal marijuana, so stay tuned and we'll go from there. Second thing I'm going to ask my followers to do, please go follow Willis Courtney, MD. Let me tell you why. He is not going to be on my live all the time. No. This is my line, my tribe, my people, and they want to hear about me. And I know they said, well, it's real. Here you go. Baby, it's real life real estate. I'm talking about real life because here you go. This how you got it. He said, if they ain't got no real life, they ain't got no real estate. He said the most valuable real estate you can ever talk to your tribe about
is their health.
Is their health. I was like, boy, this boy here. You know, I don't like it when he outthink me and outsmart me. I was like, we talking about real estate. He said, nah, baby, you call it real life real estate. The most valuable real estate they will ever have is not a house they buy, not a triplex, not a duplex, and I understand why you educate them about that, not a condo, none of investing in it. The best investment in real estate that they can make is their bodies. That's real life real estate. Ooh, teachable moment, so I had to bring him on. Okay? I had to bring him on, so we got that out the way. But go follow him because we're going to get his page up and go. It's up now, but we're going to get his numbers up and stuff so he can teach on his page and I can teach on my page, and every now and then we'll come together. But also hit the link in my bio because I'm going to be sending out email blasts on when he's going to be in what state, when he's going to be teaching on medicinal marijuana. Because one of the things I get a lot of people to reach out to me on is, Miss Courtney, can I come and see Dr. Courtney? I'm willing to come. I'm in Maryland. I'll get on the plane. I'll drive. Well, let me tell you what Dr. Courtney offers. He's been practicing for more than 30 years, so he only does IMEs now. You said, what is IME? Independent medical exams and second opinions. He doesn't run a clinic every day where 30 or 20 people can come in every day. No, he's gotten more specialized and he just likes to deal with a certain core group. He said, the type of doctor I am, I like to give you one-on-one. I want you to call me. I want you to call me. I want to be able to answer your call. I don't want you to have to wait 6 months to get in. You got a problem. If you are in my independent medical exam, I'm your second opinion doctor, or if you want to hire me to be that, then I want you to be able to get me. I don't want you to have to wait. You'll have a neurologist. You're going to have all of that. You're going to have a family practice doctor, but I am your specialist. So you're not going to have to wait. If your neurologist is refilling your medicine, great. But if you're not getting a refill and you're concerned, call me. You know, if you got the records and everything from your neurologist and you're not sure about these seizures that are just out of control, I'm just amazed at how many rappers and NFL players and professional athletes that we have that deal with seizures and epilepsy. And I just pray to God that they really understand the severity of it and the seriousness of it, because it's important. They're professionals. They're pros at what they do. And they have families, they have friends, they have children, they have wives, they have partners. They got people to take care of, and they got people to be accountable for. And it's just so, it's not a typical headache. It's not something you could just overlook, you know, and you have to take advantage of taking control of your own health care. You can't say, well, I went to the doctor and the doctor said this. No. It don't go like that. And especially, I mean, is that way for everyone, but it's extremely especially for those people who are pro athletes and pro entertainers and things like that, because they have so many people. They got agents. They got this agent telling them to sign this agent for your shoe commercials, this agent over here for that, this agent for your music video, this agent for that. Well, who's looking out for your health? Oops, teach my mama, she dropped the bone again. So who's your specialist that's looking out for your health over there? Because I understand they're making sure your contract is right over there for you running that ball. They're making sure your contract is right for your music contract. They're making sure that everything is good. But I'm saying, if you drinking alcohol and mixing that alcohol, is that and smoking marijuana and taking seizure medicine stuff, how is that all affecting you? Do you have somebody you can trust that you know is looking out for your best interest? Do you know? It's kind of like Dr. Courtney has been a second opinion doctor for some professional athletes, and one of them taught us something that I didn't know. I said, why do you have one? You have a team doctor. He said, the team doctor is just that, the team doctor. I need Dr. Courtney to tell me when the team doctor said I can play. I need Dr. Courtney to look at what the team doctors looked at, and he's my personal doctor, and he gets to tell me, can I asked my doctor, Dr. Courtney, the team doctor said I can play. Can I play? And if Dr. Courtney said I can't play, then I can't play. Because you and the team doctor going to have to get on the same page. So Dr. Courtney is my personal doctor. So that's what he offers now. So no, you can't just come in We don't have a day-to-day clinic. So for y'all who are calling and asking, Ms. Courtney, why we can't get in and see Dr. Courtney? We are not doing that. We're not offering that right now. But he does offer independent medical exam. He does offer one-on-one. So if you need to see him, you know somebody that needs to see him, hey, you know how to get him. Reach out to me, reach out to him, and we'll be back and help you with whatever your medical conditions are. Okay? And again, Dr. Courtney, thank you for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you, because my tribe is amazing. They've been with me forever, and I love them. I love them. They've been with me forever, and I really appreciate them. So I hope this was a blessing to you all. I hope you all learned something. And if there's something that you need to know specific that you say, Miss Courtney, will you get Dr. Courtney to talk about this? DM me. DM me and say, Miss Courtney, can Dr. Courtney cover this? Can Dr. Courtney talk about this? Can Dr. Courtney do this? Will you do that for us? DM me and tell me what your needs are. And I do believe that I believe I got magical powers. See how you blush? I believe I got magical powers that I can bring him back on. Okay? All right, y'all. PamBrownCourtney.com coming to y'all live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Also known as the lady that owns 51 houses in Covenant Cove community, where she likes to keep it real with real life real estate. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Thank you, Dr. Courtney.
Thank you.
I'm going to blow in his ear. I'm going to blow in his ear and make him feel all special, all right? Thank y'all for joining in. See y'all later next time. And for y'all who want to come in and sit around the table with me and let's talk about some stuff that's going to help my tribe, going to help our community, we just get started. This is what we're going to be doing over there in Little Rock Central High. That's why we got that building over there. We're going to be doing a whole lot of that with a whole lot of people to empower our community. So thank y'all for coming in. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.